Hannah Cobb said it was an accident, so it must have been an accident. Because who am I to say that this submissive, soft-spoken, feminine, fit, and friendly white queen is lying? Who am I to say that? And who am I to donate my black dollars to anything dealing with Telvin? Maybe one of them white dogs that he referenced in his tweets want to donate some money, but not my black dollars. Make sure you remember that the stuff that you say in life will follow you in death, right? So don't think that you can just go around here saying whatever you want to, doing whatever you want to, and then when you pass away, we supposed to all of a sudden forget the crazy stuff that you was out here doing and saying, and we supposed to just forgive you. No, I like to treat people the same way I would have treated them if they were still alive, right? I like to give them the same energy. And for this, I'm going to keep my black dollars to myself. I'm going to keep my black support to myself. And whatever happens, happens, because like I said, it was an accident.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide, where we talk about trending stories and also trending topics around the globe. If you're new here, my name is Amy, and you're so welcome. And also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share, and also turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. So let's get into today's topic, because this story just keeps taking new turns. So as you remember the case involving Telvin Osborne and his girlfriend, well, it has officially taken a shocking turn. She has been pardoned and they've ruled it as self-defense. And if you've been following the story, you already know this update has triggered some strong reactions, especially from Black Americans who never supported Telvin to begin with because of obvious reasons. He actually disrespected Black women. So guys, I don't want to say a lot. Let's take a look at some of the videos, see how people are reacting to this story. Then I'll be back and we can have a full discussion. Let's take a look.
Y'all remember Mr. Telvin Osborne? A grand jury has just dropped all the charges against his YT woman that unalived him after he allegedly threatened to cut her with a cutter. She pew-pewed him with that toolie. And a grand jury has dropped all the charges. So, in my opinion, it's my honest opinion, I don't care. Because Mr. Telvin Osborne had said a whole bunch of disgusting things about Black women. He also had tweets saying if it ain't snowing, he ain't going, and blah, blah, blah. You know, things like that. And he even said that he would unalive for his girlfriend, which was a YT woman. And he did indeed get unalived by his girlfriend, which was a YT woman. And that's what, you know, hey, man. I don't care.
Do y'all remember Telvin Osborne? I think this happened about a year ago. It was a Black male who had been unalived by his white girlfriend. The girlfriend's name was Hannah Cobb. Now, this was the second story in probably like 2 to 3 years that had the same start and ending, including posts on social media dogging out Black women, even though he was Black and had a Black mama. Y'all know the story. Well, the grand jury dropped all the charges because Hannah said she pew-pewed him because he threatened to stick her with a sticker. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, when she got arrested, she didn't go to jail. She either went to rehab or to some type of mental facility. And I kind of remember something about her being sent away, like to Hawaii or something. Well, anyway, her privilege showed then, and it's definitely showing now with all of the charges being dropped. She walks free. Ain't it crazy how we warn both of them about each other and they never listen until there's a tragedy? Well, we did back when we cared. We already know we don't care anymore. But it's just a preference, right?
Do y'all remember that case with Hannah Cobb? She claimed it was self-defense. Now, at first, Hannah did not get charged for it. Of course, for the investigation, she eventually got charged for it. Moving forward into the investigation, charges end up being dropped. As of May 23rd, the state decided to not pursue charges against Hannah, and it was in fact self-defense. I did see a lot of posts about this update, and I also seen people in the comments who was genuinely confused as to why other people in the comments was having random conversations and not specifically talking about the update. Well, it's because they don't care. Now, to give a little backstory on that is when the situation first broke out, being that Telvin was an African-American male, naturally, you know how that goes. So people were standing with him and saying that she needed to be charged. It's not okay. It was not self-defense and things like that. So being that he was the victim, people started doing their own research to find out more about him. So they ended up finding his Facebook page. On his Facebook page, he had openly expressed how much he disliked black women. And that ended up catching people's eyes, and that ended up going viral. So instead of people really focusing on the fact that he got unalive, they was focusing on his disgust and his hate that he has for black women. So that kind of took over. Now, of course, his family seen it, and then his brother specifically, he even doubled down on it and went in deeper as to why his brother, you know, dislike black women. And that did not help out the situation anymore. If anything, it made it worse. So when all of that happened, people fell back from defending him. So they literally was like, well, it is what it is. It's not our problem. Okay, next. So that's why you see in the comments that people are actually having a random conversation about other things, and they're going to do the same thing most likely in my comments too. So yeah.
So this is just a reminder for you RG3s out there, you Telvin Osbornes, that y'all hate for black women is just anti-black shit and self-hate. Y'all hate yourselves. So y'all run to these white women, put them on a pedestal above black women for no reason. That's your feelings, right? And something end up happening to you. It's happened time and time and time again. Do y'all not learn from history? Y'all have to get, like, I feel no ways for this man. You reap what you sow.
No charges, not a one. That's the decision a Burke County grand jury handed down in the shooting death of Georgia man Telvin Osborne, a beautiful man who went online using the moniker Telvin when he wanted to make highly offensive posts regarding beautiful women. He was killed by his wonderful girlfriend Hannah Cobb. The grand jury called it a no bill, meaning that there was not enough evidence to indict, according to their findings. Not even enough evidence to try Hannah in court. Not enough evidence for Telvin's life to matter in the eyes of the law. Now, let's rewind back to February 23rd of 2025 in the home they shared with their two young children. After a night out and an argument that reportedly turned physical, Cobb claimed that she was just checking her firearm, a nightly routine that she said she did every night, when on this particular night, it accidentally discharged. She said that she thought the gun was unsafe, but it wasn't, because it shot Telvin in the chest, and then he died in the hospital. Police initially charged Cobb with involuntary manslaughter. Even the sheriff acknowledged in the media that this could not have been just an accident. He calls it reckless, alcohol, a gun, a fight. But still, no indictment. No indictment. Because maybe Cobb is wonderful. Her father is a police officer. Telvin is beautiful. And like too many beautiful men in America, his death simply gets written off as a tragic accident. No crime, no trial, no accountability.
Well, I mean, when this first broke, people were divided. But now that the case is closed and it's being called self-defense, it's quite clear many in the black community feel like this was just karma. And a lot of people didn't forget what Telvin said about black women. He made it clear that he didn't respect them, and now the same community he dismissed is speaking out. And some are saying we tried to warn you. Well, others are just done with the whole situation. So guys, that's just about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think about this entire conversation. Let's talk about it. And also, before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you every single time. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.